Hello everyone and welcome back to Hind Poultry and PDF News Point, your ultimate hub for cutting-edge updates from the global poultry industry. North American poultry dominated by a resurgence of avian influenza, the H5N1 virus, which has returned with an alarming intensity in early 2026 after a brief December slowdown. Over 1.1 million birds were culled in January 2026 alone, with significant outbreak reported in Minnesota, North Carolina, Iowa, Pennsylvania, and Washington. Canada confirms its first 2026 commercial case on a Quebec farm, making the virus' continued spread across the international borders. Despite rising egg prices and supply threats, the US government remains hesitated to implement widespread vaccination for poultry due to trade and logistic concerns. Bill Griffith of Paco Foods was elected as 2026 chair for the US Poultry and Egg Association during the recent IPPE conference. To combat domestic egg price spike caused by the bird flu in the US has increased import of Brazilian eggs. Now, the highlights from the just concluded International Production and Processing Expo, IPPE 2026. This powerhouse event was successfully hosted by the US Poultry and Egg Association, the American Feed Industry Association or IFAI, and the North American Meat Institute. It all went down at the Georgia World Congress Center in Atlanta, USA. It held from January 27 to 29, 2026. What makes IPPE stand out? Well, this year's edition drew attendees from over 130 countries, solidifying its spots as the world's largest annual gathering for the poultry, egg, meat, and animal food industry. And here's something exciting for our Indian audience. A strong contingent of Indian pharmaceutical companies, equipment manufacturers, and the association that has showed their expertise at the expo. Key associations like PFI, Poultry Federation of India, made their mark right there at the Georgia Expo Center. We had a chance to catch up with Mr. Ricky Thapar, the Joint Secretary for the Poultry Federation of India, for the first-hand report on the ground.
Hello, this is Ricky Thapar. I'm Joint Secretary for Poultry Federation of India, and today I'm visiting International Poultry Production and Exposition, which is one of the best shows in the world. When we talk about IPPE, International Production and Processing Expo, this is a combination of three shows. We have got International Poultry Exhibition, International Feed Exhibition, and International Processing Exhibition, which is organized by US Poultry and Egg Association and also by American Feed Industry Association. The total number of exhibitors in this IPPE is 1,380 and is covering an area of 6,65 square meter. And people from 130 countries are coming. They've got 3 big halls, and it's really very good to meet the industry leaders from around the globe. We have got people from the production, from the poultry processing, and from the feed industry, pharmaceutical companies, equipment manufacturers, and the best this time from India, more than 15 companies have participated as an exhibitor, and these companies, they are displaying this made in India is becoming strong worldwide. Mostly the equipment manufacturers from India and pharmaceutical companies who are making herbal products, because herbal product is a good demand from India worldwide, and they are doing a good business in North America and South America. So they are also exhibiting, and we had a very good opportunity to interact with the people, and we had a very big delegation from India this time. Thank you very much.
He shared insights on the buzzing atmosphere, breakthrough discussions, and how this event paving the ways for the future collaborations in the poultry sector. Now the news from South America. Reports released between January 23 to 26 indicated that Brazilian chicken production is on track to reach a record 14 to 15 million metric ton in 2026. Analysts from CEPEA on 23rd January, estimated exports could rise by 2.4% this year, provided the country remains free from commercial flock avian influenza, which is estimated of January 2026. On January 14th, Argentina confirmed it successfully reopened 162 international markets for its agro-industrial products in 2025, including poultry, following previous bird flu restrictions. For 2026, production is projected to grow to 2.58 million metric tons. Latin America Poultry Summit held in Atlanta alongside the IPPE. This summit brought together leaders from Mexico and Colombia to discuss the theme, Poultry Protein, We Can't Live Without It. The OVM organizers used the late January window to begin early registration for the 24th Latin American Poultry Congress, which is also known as OVM. While regional vaccination remained a point of debate, a new nasal spray vaccine against H5N1 was unveiled on January 30th. Researchers at Washington University in Medicine Department has developed a nasal vaccine against the highly pathogenic H5N1 avian influenza virus, or the bird flu, which has jumped from wild bird to livestock and to humans too. When tested in rodents, the vaccine elicited a strong immune response and prevented infections in animals exposed to H5N1. Now, news from Europe. In a historic first of the continent, authorities in Netherlands confirms the presence of H5N1 antibodies in a dairy cow on January 24th this year. The investigation begins after 2 cats died on the farm while no active virus was found in the cattle, and the antibodies prove a prior infection. News in late January focused on the intense farmer protest against the EU-Mercosur agreement. The deal, which aims to phase out 90% of the tariff, includes a 180,000 ton duty-free quota for South American poultry. It is around roughly 1.3% of the total EU production. European producers fear will undercut local prices. Rabobank's January 20 reports maintained a 2.5% global growth forecast for 2026. However, it warned that Northwest Europe remains severely affected by supply bottlenecks and volatility from disease export restrictions. New Year 2026 approvals include the extension of multi-component additives like Crina Poultry Plus across all the poultry species to improve feed conversion without antibiotics. Now, news from Asia. We will first talk about the feed supply volatility. Bangladesh has moved to buy corn from US to mitigate local shortages. Thailand is maintaining strict quotas for the GP, grandparents, and parent stocks imports in 2026 to control domestic supply. Indonesia announced a state-led distribution of 5 lakh ton of corn to stabilize feed cost of smallholders and small poultry farmers. On January 26, reports confirmed Vietnam is accelerating its transition to responsible antibiotic use with a new digital transformation initiative in processing plants to reduce shrinking and improve food safety compliance for the export market. Shanghai-based Xiaoshu Tech debuted new AI products at IPPE that uses YOLO V8 deep learning architectures. These systems now matches human accuracy in detecting early diseases signs like mobility issues and heat stress from video feeds, a critical tool for the Asian market as well as Europe, where the labor is very costly, and for the manual inspection which is needed to be tightened. Now, moving towards India. It was a moment of pride for everyone in the Indian poultry industry that the founder of S.K.M Egg Products, S.K.M Maeilanandhan, was selected for Padma Bhushan Award. The 80-year-old veteran pioneered a modern rural marketing barter system and founded the Poultry Farmers Welfare Association in 1983 to promote self-employment. He has served as a president of the World community service center for 37 years and spreading value-based education and yoga to over 2.5 lakh students. A significant industry reports highlighted the untapped potential of poultry processing waste in India, with India's processing nearly 2 crore birds daily. Approximately 30% of biomass is currently lost. New rendering technologies are being pushed to convert this waste into the 14 lakh kg of poultry meal daily, serving as a high protein substitute, reduced reliance on expensive soya. Indian industry leaders like Ma integrators called for urgent investments in public grain drying and cleaning infrastructure. Currently, government procurement costs for maize are very high. It's about 4,700 rupees per ton due to inefficiencies only. Modern handling techniques could slash this to rupees 2,000 per ton, stabilizing feed cost. Maize prices in key Indian mandis were reported between 2,200 to 2,600 rupees per quintal. 1 quintal means 100 kg. The sector is aggressively seeking mechanized agronomy solutions to boost yield to 65 to 70 metric ton by 2030 without expanding land uses. It is for all now, and for more updates, do like, share and subscribe Hind Poultry and PDF News Point. Till then, goodbye. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.